Okay, so James, in Verbal Aikido for Ultimate Networking Success,
Yes.
I know a large portion of the content is on communication.
Yes.
There's also information on power presenting, there's sales mastery, and there's coaching.
True. And it's all wonderful.
It is fantastic. It's all gold. I mean, it's amazing. However, in the sales portion, and I know that this was a challenge for me as well, is that meaning that I put behind the sales. So there is a great tool that we use in that program, or you use in that program, to help me identify what my limiting belief is around sales. And how's that important?
Well, if I believe what I'm doing is bad, it's going to affect me. If I believe what I'm doing is good, that will affect me. If I believe what I'm offering or suggesting to someone is in their best interest, and if I feel that they're interested in it, well, this changes everything. So if in the past you had mentioned to me, oh, James, I wish my nails were longer, and I happen to have a miracle product for nails, well, it would be wrong for me not to bring that up. Why? Because I care about you. And it's wrong for me not to just let you know about this thing. But if I say, you're not my friend anymore unless you buy my magical nail potion, then I've changed something. So if I just say, look, I care about you, you mentioned you have a need, I have something that I believe can help you, then it's a moral obligation thing, to the point a friend of ours, Bob Sears, a mutual friend, says. It's a moral obligation for me to just have an honest, genuine conversation with you where you can know what I know. You can hear what I believe. And then what you do with it is cool. It doesn't change our friendship. And so, did that answer your question?
It did, and you have a great definition of what you deem as proactive sales. So what is that? Just give me a little snippet of what that definition is.
So first it starts with what is ethical sales, because a lot of people feel uncomfortable. Like, am I doing something bad? You're not doing something bad. Unless you're doing something bad, and then stop. But if you're just trying to help people make decisions in their own best interest, that's not unethical. And so ethical selling is helping others across the threshold of making an informed decision in their own best interest. And the reason why I say across the threshold is it's like moving into a marriage. You know, you think of the bride and the groom, and the old movies, at least, the groom would carry the bride. Maybe today it'll reverse, I don't know. But you see, in the olden days, the groom would carry the bride across the threshold of their new home, and it would be the entering into a new relationship, a new bond, a new vow.
Right.
And so I do that kind of because it's entering into a new space, but also, or a new context of the relationship and so on. But also because there's some involved, right? He's carrying her, right? And when people have to make a decision in their life, it's tough. People are eating the same soup for the last 20 years, and they hated it for 20 years, but they don't want to decide on a new soup. They shop by color. They don't shop by decision. And so people find it very difficult to make decisions today in the complex environment we live. And so they try and avoid making decisions. So when we help someone make a decision, there's a little bit of a oomph to it, right? To help them across the threshold. But then it's of making informed decisions in their own best interest. That's totally ethical. And then the difference between passive and active, or proactive, is passive says, if people interrupt me and they already know what they want, I'll tell them. Well, that's an order taker. That's not really a salesperson. And then being active is to take a partial role. But proactive is the goal. Proactive means taking initiative and responsibility, which means I am my brother's keeper to a degree. If I see someone in need and they don't know something, I want to at least give them a fighting chance of having information that might be in their best interest. And so I take initiative and I take responsibility of helping that person across the threshold of making an informed decision in their own best interest. So I'm not just helping them across the threshold. I'm taking a proactive stance of I care enough to be open. And I say you should not think of your sales as being an interruption. You know, cold calling, they call that an interruption. Instead of being an interruption, you should only present your business or product when you believe it's an intervention. This person has a need or a desire. They have a dream. They have a goal. They have something that you're helping them with. And so it's an intervention. I'm letting you in on something you didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. And so it's wrong for me to let you suffer when I have a solution or a possible solution. And I'll respect your decision, but I'm going to take initiative and responsibility of helping you across the threshold of making an informed decision in your own best interest. There's nothing more ethical and moral and right than that.
And that's powerful because as networkers, that's our primary job. Our primary job is to get people to make a decision, whether it's yes or no. And so that's huge.
Thank you.
Thanks.